This is Qumran. It was an Essene community, kind of like monks. They had their own isolated community. And they copied the scriptures by hand, and they were very meticulous about it. They hid them, probably during the time that the Romans were killing all the Jews in the land and destroyed Jerusalem in 70 AD. And they weren't discovered until the last century. And it was some shepherd boys who were trying to locate some goats or sheep they were following. One of them threw a stone into this cave, and it hit a piece of pottery. They could hear the clunk, and they realized there was something in there. So when they went in there, they found these vessels, these clay earthen vessels, quite large, filled with scrolls. This is maybe the most important cave because it was the first one discovered, because that more than 400 fragments were found in that cave, and because the entire book of Isaiah was found in that cave. So from that, actually they took the pieces back to their, they were Bedouins. They took the pieces back to their tribe, and so they took what was in here, and they would cut them up in pieces and sell them to tourists. Anybody that would offer a price for them. It was a way of making money. They really didn't realize the value of them. So to this day, there are pieces scattered. They have not collected everything. And in fact, there's some very, very interesting stories about some significant sections of these scrolls that were purchased by Jews anonymously, from people who may not have sold them back to Israel. And so that in that way, and through donations and purchases, they've recovered a lot of them. So this was the cave that started it all. This is actually called Cave 4. I don't know why they don't call it Cave 1. You'd think they do it that way, but this is Cave 4, and that's why that particular cave is significant. They have found, now there have been 11 caves until this year when they found a 12th. This year they found a 12th cave and found some fragments of writings and scrolls in the 12th cave. So this is where, of course, the book of Isaiah, there were a lot of critics who suggested that the Bible was not accurate, it was not ancient, and when they found the book of Isaiah, in fact, they found portions of every book of the Bible except Esther so far. Really? They have found portions of every book of the Old Testament except Esther. And what it does is it lends credence. Of course, we believe it and accept it by faith, but for those who are critical of the Bible's authority and authenticity, this says, yes, 2,000 years ago, this was the book that they believed, and what we have today is still the same book. Wow. So we used to go to this, see the big cave in the side of the mountain up there? Yep. We used to go there because I was told that was one of the caves. And I'd say, okay, when we're finished here, everybody's got you got 20 minutes to get up there and back. And so they'd take off running. I've been up there, and we take pictures up there. Then I found out that wasn't one of the...
That wasn't even one of them.
That's not one of the caves, just a random cave. It felt good. We got our exercise. However, Cave 11, you can't see it from here, but we're gonna drive there. It's down that way. I don't think they're gonna let us walk to it because it's off limits, but we might get close enough to see it. That's significant because that's where they found the longest scroll. It's called the Temple Scroll.
And how long was it?
I'm not sure. It may have been 40-something feet long.
Oh, wow.
Or nearly 40 feet long.
Elongated.
They wanted to keep it all together. It was a book.
Okay, I see.
So it was like binding book of pages, but instead of pages, they had a scroll, and they just spread it out. So let's go out there and check it out. Any questions?
No, not for me. Let her get a picture of you guys standing looking at the cave.